Alright, rise and shine, it's time for early park entry at Hollywood Studios. So I'm going to be using the Disney Genie Plus Lightning Lane system. What ride do I go for? Slinky Dog Dash. Why? This is a ride everybody's going to be going for. It gets very long wait times in the standby. So use your Lightning Lane first thing in the morning. It's 7 o'clock. I get a 9:25 to 10:25 return time. Even if I try to modify it, look at this time, 4:25 in the afternoon already after like a minute has passed. That's how many people are going for Slinky Dog. That's how quickly the Lightning Lanes will get eaten up, and you may not be able to get any later on in the day. So go for Slinky Dog first. Now, if you're starting the park off at 8 o'clock with early park entry, and you have till 10 o'clock with Slinky Dog, let's say, you have a 2-hour window. What do you want to do? Lace up those shoes and power walk over to Galaxy's Edge. And if you don't know where you're going, just follow the crowds. Most likely that's where just about everyone else is heading in order to hit the other two big guns in this park, Rise of the Resistance and Smuggler's Run. Alright, so this is Rise of the Resistance. This is like the most immersive ride I've ever been on. Disney puts you into the world of Star Wars with this ride. Even if you are not a Star Wars fan, this is a must-do. You're gonna love it. The only downside with Rise of the Resistance is, one, it does tend to break down a lot because it uses multiple ride systems. But if you get there first thing in the morning, it's usually running tip-top. Number two, it doesn't participate in the Genie Plus Lightning Lane system, so you have to wait and stand by anyhow. But if you get there first thing in the morning, usually maybe a 20 to 30 minute wait to get on this ride. Otherwise, your one other option is to buy an individual Lightning Lane, which can cost up to $15. Forget it. I've already paid for Genie Plus for like $25. I'm not paying an extra $15. I'm gonna hustle up, get over there first thing in the morning. Now, coming off of Rise, make a left and head for the fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy, the Millennium Falcon, for Smuggler's Run. Typically 20 to 30 minutes again for this ride to wait. This is a really super cool ride, very interactive. You're either a pilot, an engineer, or a gunner. We're on a mission to find coaxium, some type of hyper fuel used in Star Wars. This is a simulator ride, so if you are prone to motion sickness, just be aware of that. But like I said, once again, it's about a 20 to 30 minute wait. You can use a Lightning Lane for this, but as of right now, we're holding on to Slinky Dog Dash. That's in our back pocket. We're gonna cash that one in. We only waited 30 minutes for Rise. We waited about 30 minutes for this ride, so we're good to go. We still have some free time. We're gonna hit one more Star Wars ride coming up. And I'm making a U-turn off Smuggler's Run and headed back to Star Tours. Now, back in the day, when this was MGM Studios, this was one of the hottest rides in the park, and I still consider it a fantastic ride. R2-D2 and C-3PO are going to take you through a wild ride in space, and it is a 3D ride. You will get glasses. The screen is not this distorted. I know it was made in the 90s, but trust me, the 3D glasses will work just fine. R2-D2 and C-3PO are not supposed to be piloting the ship, so it's kind of funny. It is a simulator ride. The cool thing about this ride is that it has a lot of re-rideability because every time you get on it, it's a little bit different. You may go to a different planet, it's a different theme, or a different mission you have to complete. So another great ride you don't want to miss. And I can almost guarantee that if you just make the loop from Rise to Smugglers back to Star Tours is only going to be maybe 15 to 20 minute wait. So quick math on all the rides we've done so far. 30 minute wait with a 10 minute ride time. 40 minutes for Rise, 40 minutes for Smugglers, that's 80 minutes, and maybe, let's say, another 20 to 30 minutes for this ride. We're looking at about 110 minutes. We're still under the 2-hour mark. We still have time for one more ride after this before we cash in on Sync. Alright, so I'm a little Star Wars and spaced out by now. I'm going to head over to Toy Story Land, and on my way to Slinky, I noticed that Alien Swirling Saucers only has a 10-minute wait. So I say, what the heck, let's jump on it. It's not the most thrilling ride. It is fun, though. It does whip you around a little bit, so it's kind of fun. Kids are going to love it. It's not one of the rides like the Teacups where you're going to get dizzy on it or anything, so don't worry about that. But definitely a ride you don't want to miss out on. It's a lot of fun. The only other option at this time would be Toy Story Mania, but I noticed by now Toy Story Mania might be running like a 30 to 40 minute wait, and we don't want to miss this. Obviously, what I've been talking about, Slinky Dog Dash. Why am I always so excited about this ride? It is such a fun coaster. Disney hit the mark. They threaded the needle on this one. They found a way to make a coaster really exciting for both adults and kids without it being too over the top for kids, and still keeping adults on the edge of their seat. It gets moving, has some exciting twists and turns. The downsides, lightning lanes get eaten up, standby line can get up to 90 to 120 minutes really easy on a regular day, and it is affected by the weather being an outdoor coaster, so if it starts to rain, they're throwing the leash on Slinky Dog and bringing him in. After Slinky, I'll go after Toy Story Mania if I haven't gotten on that already. And then I'm going to head to the other side of the park and start with Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. This one can be a little tricky. Just grab a lightning lane and modify it and you'll get a better time. Then I head to Tower of Terror, and this one's usually pretty easy to grab. I'll get like an 11 o'clock return time. Follow that up with Aerosmith's Rock and Roller Coaster. And at this point, it's pretty much about 11:45, 12 o'clock. I've hit all the major rides in this park at this point. I'm ready to just settle down and have a little bit of lunch. And then after that, I may pick a lightning lane for Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. Although it's a show, I'd like to get a good seat, so sometimes the lightning lane can come in handy for that. I'll then make my way over to Muppet Vision 3D. I usually just catch it at the right time and walk right in. And then I like to hit up Frozen Sing-Along Celebration. Although I'm not a big Frozen fan, the Historians, they're actually really funny and act this thing out really well. Adults and kids, you're going to love this show. So to sum it all up, grab Slinky Dog for your lightning lane first thing in the morning. And then in your time waiting between the 8 to 10 o'clock hour, Rise of the Resistance, Smuggler's Run, make your U-turn back to Star Tours. You've covered Galaxy's Edge and all the Star Wars rides. Then head to Toy Story Land, hit up Aliens Rolling Saucers. It'll be about time for you to cash in the lightning lane for Slinky Dog. As you cash that lightning lane in, get one for Toy Story Mania, and then work on the rest of the park with Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, the Hollywood Tower Hotel, Tower of Terror, and Aerosmith's Rock and Roller Coaster. This is how I usually work my day, and it always seems to go well for me. I hope it works for you. Big shout out to my subscribers. Thank you for watching. I plan on making plenty more videos that are going to be exciting, entertaining, and help you with your day. Thanks for watching.